All right, we are finally ready for qualifying. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the SRAC Sim National Hot Rod Championships, sponsored by Maximum Effort and SRAC. Something a little bit different for me personally tonight is commentating or streaming oval racing, which should be pretty interesting, seeing as though it'll be a first for me. But it should definitely be action-packed, being around about 13 seconds a lap, as you can see with Donnie van Rooyen putting in the fastest time so far, sitting in first place with a 13.5. But we definitely should be having a lot of action tonight. So yeah, glad you all could join us. Welcome to everyone in the chat. See, we've got quite a few of you guys in there. Peter is saying good evening to everyone. Alvin also. And Craig Wesley wishing everyone luck. And thanks, Craig. All right, so let's see if we can get a view of who is on track here. We'll try and ride along with Donnie while I just explain a little bit about how the proceedings are going to go this evening. So the format, as I understand it, is going to be, let me just bring that up on screen. So 10 minutes of practice the guys have just had. Qualifying will last over 8 minutes. We have 2 heats and then a final race or main event. So heat 1 will be 20 laps and heat 2 as well will be 20 laps. But heat 2, although it doesn't mention it there, heat 2 will be reverse grid. So that should be pretty interesting, especially on an oval circuit as short as this one. And then our final will be 25 laps. So yeah, that's pretty quick heats and a quick race. I mean, being 13 seconds a lap. So like I said, action-packed. I'm pretty sure you guys will definitely have a great time watching all the action. Also have our driver standings so far. This is round 3. The first 2 rounds we hadn't streamed yet, so this is the first one. So it'll be all the way to the end. But our leader is Donnie van Rooyen with 140 points, followed not too far behind by Dennis Knutzer, 127 points. Marvin Close in third with 95. And then Anro Stadler, I think it's 84 points here. And Peter Grobler sitting in 5th place with 80 points. Janre Dippenaar in 6th. 7th place is Conrad Janssen van Rensburg. 8th place is Cleopas Aula. And 9th, Van Joubert. 10th place, Herman Nieboot. That rounds out your top 10. And then 11th is Hannes Besson. Manus Duplessis in 12th. 13th is Mike McGeer. 14th, Ronald Childs. 15th, Dennis. I'm not sure if that's Dennis or Denise, but Joubert, we'll just call her, we'll just say Joubert. 16th is Ryan Ludick. So that is your leaderboard so far after round 2. I'm just going to give a big shout out again for the sponsor this evening, Maximum Effort. If you guys need any bumpers for your off-road vehicles, your buckies, anything like that, roll cages, Donnie van Rooyen is your man. So yeah, definitely check them out. I believe they are available on Facebook as well. You can contact them there. So I'm just going to try and get see, Donnie is still in first place, 13.4 in practice. I was busy watching the guys in practice, and Donnie was actually doing it. He was in the 13, I think 13.3. So he does have a little bit more speed in him. We'll just have to see if he can better that, or if anyone else is going to take that away from him. So I'm just going to try. Hopefully this goes smoothly. But I'm just going to try and get a nice, better view here of the action from our drone camera. As you see the guys going around, just a little bit of a different angle, so we're not getting all dizzy and drunk looking at a car going around in circles. Just to kind of see how these guys are, driving around this track, the quicker lines, what lines some of the guys prefer to the others. See someone coming out the pits there. A really purple-looking livery. But yeah, I think I've personally tried out an oval, short oval race maybe once, and it was just, to be honest, a little bit too hectic for my liking anyway. But so I don't think I mentioned, but round 3 we are currently at Jactuel Speedway in Bethlehem. Apparently there used to be a gravel oval, as we see 2 cars going sideways around there, a gravel oval, and I'm not sure who made this track. I'm not sure if it was Donnie or someone part of SRAC decided to just make the track into a proper tarmac track. So that is pretty cool. But the oval is in Bethlehem, so it is a real world circuit, but just not tarmac. So with 56 seconds to go, Donnie van Rooyen still in first place, followed by Unro Studler, very close behind him, like 900ths, and then Dennis Knutzer with about a 10th behind Stadler. See if we can get an onboard lap actually. I see Donnie's just pulled into the pits, so we're going to go on board with someone who's actually on the track. Try and get a decent camera for you there. Getting it super sideways, these cars are super powerful. Actually need to look up and just check what motors these are running, but some of them are rotary engines, I believe. But I'm not too sure about the power and weight ratio, but I believe they're pretty light cars. They just fly around these corners, just wanting to step out with your foot just slightly on the throttle. I think guys are just having fun now, just drifting the cars around. Some really sick looking liveries by everyone. I dig that. I like that purple on Dennis Knutzer's car. See, Donnie is out again. Donnie running the Red Bull livery. Craig busy saying in the chat there, as we come to the end of qualifying, that Donnie must give the humans a chance. But yeah, blisteringly fast pace. But I mean, Honor Stadler is not too far behind him. So we're going to quickly jump to ad break, guys, but and get ready for our Heat 1 race. So we're going to jump servers, and then we should be back in a few minutes. So don't go anywhere. It should be an exciting one. All right, we are back for qualifying. We are just waiting for, there's a short practice session just before each heat starts, but we are back currently. We're just waiting for the countdown for qualifying to begin. It might jump back to the menu, to the garage menu just for a split second, just before the session starts. So just bear with me with that. And as you can see, as we look around the track here, Jactuel Speedway, get a little bit of a wider shot here. So you can see all the cars lining up in the pits, waiting to come out. Just gonna actually jump over to Jeanre's car, just so that my name's not showing. But yeah, we are in for a definite. I mean, I'm excited. It's the first time commentating, streaming on this, so I have no idea what to expect. All I can expect, I would think, is some fast-paced action. So as we can see there, we are jumping back to the pits just for a second as we're getting ready for the first heat over here at Jactuel Speedway. Just going to jump over to another car just so that it's not fixed on me. So we'll go on board, yeah, not on board, but we'll stay with our drone camera. It's just as we see the race just get underway, we'll try and get the best shot possible for the start of the race. As the guys are starting to rev their engines up. So here we go, it's almost time. Lights are up. So keep your eyes peeled, guys, because this is going to be a action-packed race, heat race for sure. 3, 2, 1, and watch these cars go off the line. Someone's pretty slow off the line there. I'm not sure who that was. Oh, and wheel spinning, going out of control, unfortunately. But Donnie van Rooyen leads the pack with Dennis Knutzer right behind him, almost touching his rear bumper there. So 4 guys out in front are about a lap ahead at the moment. I'm actually just going to go here on with Dennis Knutzer. I think that's probably it for the drone camera for now. We'll try and follow the action. So already 3 laps out of 20 done, about to be 4. And Dennis Knutzer staying on the back of Donnie van Rooyen. As Donnie now comes up to a back marker. Let's see if we can get an onboard shot here from Dennis. Holding that slide really well. I guess we could call it turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn 4. As I'm not sure who that back marker is, but getting out the way nicely for these guys just to carry on racing. We'll see for now who is behind them. Dippenaar, I see a lot of guys now getting in the way because obviously of that incident in the beginning, but Peter Grobler behind Jandre Dippenaar trying to pressure him into a mistake. We'll see. See Jandre's name on the back of his car. A lot of the guys have their names on the cars. So nothing happening just yet here for 3rd and 4th place. Dennis Knutzer has dropped back just a little bit now. I think maybe traffic got in his way. So see, the biggest gap is 13 seconds that the guys are behind the leaders. But we'll see how far. Donnie van Rooyen now ahead of those back markers. He is quite a ways ahead of them right now. Let's try and get a rearward shot here. So Dennis Knutzer, I think, is stuck. Oh, someone hits the wall there. Hopefully that wasn't Dennis. No, Dennis did manage to get past that, so well done to him. So I can't believe these guys going through the speed traps at, I think they said 277? No, 128, okay. I thought my eyes were lying to me. But some crazy speeds these guys are getting on this short track. Donnie van Rooyen now leading 14 seconds ahead, so Dennis Knutzer obviously had a mistake, but he's been pressured now by Jandre Dippenaar. Let's go from the back of Dippenaar's car. As we now have a look at Peter Grobler trying to make his way back up the field. I think he was definitely involved in that opening lap incident. So he's not too far away from Jandro Dippenaar, but Donnie van Rooyen at the moment just running away with it. Let's try and get a little bit of a... See all the cars getting bunched up together now. I'm going to try and spot Donnie van Rooyen here. I think Donnie should be coming around the corner, this corner right now. Is that him? No, I don't think that is Donnie. There he is right there, coming up to some more back markers, I believe. So Donnie now 4.5 seconds in front of Dennis Knutzer. So keeping that gap pretty solid. So again, let me know in the comments, guys, if the audio is coming through nicely. And yeah, just apologies if the camera is a little bit all over the place and trying to keep up with everything, but we're already on the last lap. Coming up on the last lap, Donnie van Rooyen still in the lead. Now remember, this next heat will be a reverse grid, so whoever finishes last year will finish on pole position for the next heat. So Donnie van Rooyen still ahead 4 seconds, so he's got this in the bag, I'm pretty sure. We'll see if Grobler can make something out of this. Maybe he can make a last lap move. I don't think so. That's going to be it, I think. Donnie van Rooyen takes the win for Heat 1. Dennis Knutzer in second. Jandro Dippenaar in third. That's your top 3. Peter Grobler in 4th. Marvin Close in 5th. That is your top 5. So some great racing there. And as Craig Wesley said in the chat, some really fast drivers. And I definitely agree. Some crazy. I can't believe that's Heat 1 already done. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that action from Heat 1. And again, we're going to go to a quick ad break. Just going to switch servers, and then we'll be back for Heat number 2. So please don't go anywhere. We'll be with you shortly. So, welcome back, ladies and gents. The guys are just starting their quick 2-minute warm-up session. I just thought I'd cut over instead of you guys listening to the same video repeating over and over again. But yeah, we can just have a look at Hannes Basson doing a couple of donuts, warming up his tires in the pits there. But yeah, as we just watch the guys. Whoa, my camera just did something weird there. Watch the guys just go around. Let me try and get this camera sorted out. Just while the guys warm up for their Heat 2 race, which is going to be reverse grid. So every race, I believe, so Heat 1, each driver can score points in Heat 1 and 2. So it's not just qualifying races. And I believe the first place gets 24 points and second place will get 20 points. And third place, I think 17, if I'm not mistaken. So each one of these races is important, obviously. So the Heat race number 2, the one that's coming up now, next, is quite good for the guys who didn't have such a great race in the first heat, to hopefully gain some points. So that way it kind of evens out the field, if that makes sense. So, and then Heat 3, the main event, that will be obviously the qualifying grid positions would be based on the finishing results of this Heat 2. So it's not exactly an oval, this track. It looks, I mean, it's a little bit more of a, almost like one of those square type rectangle ovals. You see it goes a little bit flat on the edge here, but yeah, definitely a quick lap. I mean, 13.5 seconds. So in the warm-up there, Donnie getting the warm-up lap there of a 13.4. So I believe for the race though, he's going to be starting at the back, if it is indeed reverse grid. So I see someone commented in the YouTube chat there, Nico, did reply, yes, this is Assetto Corsa, and he says thanks. He's here casually, but he wants to see. It looks very interesting. So, well, this, especially this short oval racing that SRAC does, is unique. I haven't seen anyone else do it in Assetto Corsa ever. And Assetto Corsa has been around for what, almost a decade. So I've never seen anything, this unique before in this, short oval racing. I've seen guys attempt to do the regular oval racing, but yeah, this is quite cool. So if you are keen to get involved, and you are close, in South Africa or around South Africa, then definitely check out the Discord. The link should be in the description below this live stream, and yeah, come and join. So I think there are 5 rounds left, 4 rounds after this one of this series, but the guys have all different kinds of series going on at the moment, so definitely check them out. They also have a Sunday series, I believe, or that used to be on Sundays. So yeah, definitely come check them out. So we are getting ready now for heat number 2. We'll see where, I think, let's have a look. It doesn't look like Donnie's at the back. So this was meant to be a reverse grid, unless the main event is reverse grid. But at the moment, it definitely doesn't look like reverse grid, because as you can see, Donnie van Rooyen is still in first position, which is quite cool. Another unique starting procedure of this is they start 3 wide. So very interesting indeed. So let's try and get a nice view of the start here. As we go, 3 lights out. The guys will be getting going in 3, 2, 1. Wheel spin time. Hopefully it's a cleaner start than the first race. As we see, everyone does get a relatively clean start. Someone spinning there. I think that was Stadler, Arno Stadler. And then someone else over there, but we're going to try and keep up with the front runners again, and that's Donny Standard. These guys better watch out for the traffic if there isn't any. All the carnage happening in front of them. So, great start again from Donny van Rooyen. He's definitely put in the practice for this. I'm pretty sure of that. Followed closely again by Dennis Knutzer. So these guys are going to probably be battling it out once again right to the end as we go to lap 3 now, starting lap 4. So I think I'm going to try and stick with this camera, guys. It's just a lot easier to kind of change to the guys behind. I'll have to try and work out myself who's who. But in third place now, Marvin Close. So he's had a better start since the previous heat. And then in fourth place is Jan de Duppenaar, followed closely behind him, Peter Grobler. So the guys up in the front, Donny now pulling a little bit of a gap. Dennis Knutzer still there. These guys are probably around about almost a second, or about a second, as you can see there, a second apart. So Dennis Knutzer, again, loving the purple and black livery. Trying to make headway, trying to catch up to Donny van Rooyen. Marvin Close is probably the closest behind another car. So we're going to try and switch over to Melvin, see how close he actually is as we listen to these engines rev. So it's like a quick put your foot down for a few seconds, a couple of seconds, drift into the corner, feather that throttle around, get as close as you can to the wall without hitting it, and then trying to come out clean the other side. Let's have a look at some of the other guys for now. We've got Mike McGeer running in last place at the moment with Donny van Rooyen right behind him. So Donny van Rooyen, the leader of the race, is coming up behind the number 46 of Mike McGeer, with Cleopas Aula right in front of them. So looks like, I think that was Mike getting out the way and Cleopas. We'll see now. Cleopas is there in that kind of like a sky blue, baby blue kind of car. It looks really cool. Some chaos, carnage going on everywhere. That was Nivote spinning out. Nivote, I think, with I'm not sure who that is there in the blue. I believe it was a Ford. I'm not sure. Looks like a Ford to me, that blue one. And Hammond Nivote's running a Peugeot, if I'm not mistaken. But let's try and catch up here with Dennis Knutzer now. He's now quite a ways behind Donny. I'm going to try and switch to a rear wing camera as we can have a look. So last lap for Donny van Rooyen at 13.488, and for Dennis Knutzer was a 13.6. So we can see right there coming around that third turn, Dennis Knutzer is being pressured, it looks like it. No, that's not Melvin behind him. Melvin's a little bit further back, running the Volvo Cars Namibia livery. Another really nice one, Melvin. Melvin running in the TCR championship with some experience SA as well, running the same Volvo Cars Namibia, looking really slick. Donny van Rooyen still owning it at the moment. We see a position change for Stadler and Cleopas. Oh, and unfortunately Stadler, with that position change, might have had some damage and lost it into the wall. Final lap already, guys, so this is really action-packed, fast-paced, like I said it was going to be. Donny van Rooyen takes a checkered flag again. So now maybe the final race, the main event race, will be reverse grid. We'll have to see coming up next. But Donny van Rooyen, your Heat 2 winner. Dennis Knutzer coming in second. Marvin Close coming in third. With Jan de Duppenaar and Peter Grobler running out your top 5 again. Conrad Janssen van Rensburg in 6th. Hannah Pesson in 7th. Cleopas Aula in 8th. Herman Nivote in 9th. And Mike McGeer finishing up your top 10. So, another action-packed one. Donnie putting his car nicely into the garage there. Hope you guys enjoyed that one, but we're going to take another quick break while we switch servers again, guys. So, again, sorry for the break, but we will be back as soon as we can with the action. So welcome back again, guys, for the main event. We have currently just a minute left of warm-up, and then we'll get on with our main event. The evening's literally flown by. I can hardly call it an evening. Yeah, we will definitely... I mean, I was told that Heat 2 would have been a reverse grid race, but it looks like it wasn't. So we'll see if the main event is reverse grid. And I'll try and keep, you know, I think maybe for the next race, we'll try and keep the camera work to a minimum, just because the race is so quick, and we'll try and stay with the front runners. And then we'll see how that goes, and then maybe break off a bit to see any battles near the mid-pack or the back of the pack. But 20 seconds to go, and then these guys will be going, giving it all. All right, looks like we are going live right now. So let's just get on board here. We're gonna actually jump on board with, let's see, we'll go with Melvin close so we can get a nice good view of the start. As we have a look, we'll try and give you guys a quick look at the liveries here. I'm going to try and just go down with the camera before the race starts. Really, really cool looking liveries. All these guys, quite the imagination on some of them. As we see Donnie van Rooyen running the Red Bull on the left there. Dennis Knutzer right in the center. As we're getting ready now for race, the main event. Let's get this going. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5, 6, 3, 2, 1, and they are off once again. Donnie getting another great start. Dennis, basically a rerun of the first 2 heats, but we'll see a better start from Melvin and Jandre Dippenaar behind them. So keeping it really tight now. I think guys have had a little bit more practice now, as although Melvin close just dropping a little bit there, Jandre Dippenaar is probably going to keep on and pressure him. We'll see the 3rd, 4th, 5th place and 6th place all close to each other. And they try and keep up here with Dennis Knutzer, try and keep in the middle of in between them. But Donnie I think Donnie was probably doing laps in his sleep or something, because like he probably knows, look at that already, fastest lap, 13.415 from Donnie van Rooyen. Conrad Janssen van Rensburg in 6th place at the moment, only 6/10 back from Unro Stadler. So Dennis Knutzer just a 10th slower on the last lap than Donnie van Rooyen. 5th lap down, 20 to go. Let's have a check in here. It looks like Dennis Knutzer is being pressured. That is a back marker, I believe, though, so no worries there. 1 second now, the gap between 2nd place Dennis Knutzer and Donnie van Rooyen. We'll run a little bit with Dennis Knutzer on board here. To see these cars are nothing but steering wheels, gear shifters, and pedals, and of course the roll cage. Absolutely nothing else in them, so they are as light as a feather. Getting a little bit sideways there. I actually wanted to run on board with Donnie van Rooyen. Have a look at how smooth he is with the wheel compared to, for example, Dennis Knutzer. But Donnie van Rooyen now coming up to a back marker, keeping out of the way nicely. But yeah, Donnie van Rooyen just keeping it nice and smooth on the exits, not sliding the car too much. I think that's where he's gaining his time. Definitely a lot smoother on the steering input going through the corners. And there's another back marker getting out the way. Donnie, Dennis Knutzer dropping back slightly, a little bit more now. Melvin close. Last lap is pretty similar to Dennis Knutzer actually. Melvin looks like he's got a back marker, yeah, in front of him, moving out the way. Car number 75. I need to learn these car numbers. Another back marker there with the number 133. So Melvin's still in the fight here for 2nd, but is dropping back just a little bit because of those back markers. So halfway through the race now, and Donnie van Rooyen just splitting these back markers. A little bit of contact there, and I think that is with a back marker. But I mean, you know, this tight oval racing is definitely, oof, as you see another little slam there. I'm not sure who that is. I really want to find out who that is. I'm going to try and go through the pack here. It's not, is it Stadler? No, it's not Cleopas. Herman Nivot. Oh, I can't find the car now. But Donnie van Rooyen being slowed up just a little bit there. Dennis Knutzer's caught up. But a 14 flat for Donnie van Rooyen on the last lap. Absolute madness. Alexander Knutzer is saying Kom Stompie on the YouTube there. I believe with your last name being Knutzer, you're probably giving a little shout out there to Dennis. So again, a back marker getting in the way there. Malvin Goos, I just missed that actually. They're side by side with he's side by side with Dennis. We'll see if these guys. This is probably seems to be the fight at the moment. Oh, and they've got Jandre, who is a back marker, who's racing with them. Oh, and there's a little bit of contact. So Jandre just making it life difficult for Dennis Knutzer and Malvin Goos. So Malvin's got that place stuck. So congrats to Malvin there. Donnie van Rooyen just did a 13. What was that? A 13.8 or something? Oh, that's absolutely flying. No, it was a 13.5. Sorry, my bad. But still, absolutely flying. See if we can check in. Peter Grobler running in 8th place now, dropped back a position. And Conrad, Janssen van Rensburg, Grobler now dropping some more positions. 2 or 3 laps to go. Donnie again, 4.5 seconds ahead. Clipped the curb a little bit there, but I don't think that's going to affect him too much. So we're going to have some interviews after the race, guys. Our top 3. So stick around. We'll have a little bit of a chat with the guys, see how this chaos went for them. Definitely some good concentration skills needed to be fast and efficient in these races. But Donnie van Rooyen on the final lap takes the checkered flag. So 3 wins in a row for Donnie. I'm not sure where the reverse grid came in. I don't think it was set up like that tonight. But anyway, Marvin Goos, congrats on your P2. Taking it from Dennis Knutzer. Dennis Knutzer finishing in 3rd place this time. Onro Stadler in 4th place. Mike McGeer. A little bit of a different top 5, which is good to see. Conrad Janssen van Rensburg at 6th. Jono Dippenaar in 7th. Herman Nieuwoud in 8th. Peter Grobler in 9th. Cleopas Aula in 10th. And Anders Plasson finishing at your 11th place. So someone's doing donuts, and that's Marvin Goos. I think he's just super stoked with that P2 because that was a really good race for him, I believe. I think it definitely was anyway. So let me go try and see if I can grab the guys for some interviews. We will be back in a few minutes, but just stick around and we'll be back shortly. All right, ladies and gents, welcome back. I am here with the top three, and I believe we have Peter Grobler in the chat as well with us. But as I said in the beginning of the stream, we're going to be in for some hectic, fast-paced action, and the guys didn't fail to deliver. Donnie pulling out 3 wins: Heat 1, Heat 2, and the main event there. Well done to you, man. And the guys couldn't catch you. You just had the pace this evening.
Luck was on my side for a change.
But yeah, nice. you kept it consistent. So I was saying in the stream as well, like I think you need a lot of concentration to be fast and efficient racing these things around such a short oval.
Yeah, definitely, because you don't have any time to make up on mistakes. And I did quite a few laps to get my setup right for this track, because this is a difficult track.
Yeah, it definitely looks, I mean, any of these ovals, I remember trying it out a few weeks ago. I was actually going to take part in this oval series, and I was like, nah. But yeah, well done, man. So good podium for you, first place. And then in second place, Melvin, you came, I saw you fighting hard there with Dennis, and you guys actually had a back marker in your way. But yeah, well done on that position. I saw you doing donuts at the end there, just celebrating, and that must have felt good getting that P2.
Yeah, it was fun. The first race didn't go as planned. Andre had some issues with his pedals. He couldn't get off the line, and Conrad tapped me ever so slightly. But from there, it went okay. Second race was nice, but a bit lonely. I couldn't keep up with the guys. And then the third race, I saw a gap that I could possibly get on Dennis. And I just tried to keep him on the outside, and we couldn't get past the slower car.
Yeah.
And in the end, it worked. It was actually quite fun. A bit hectic. I was sweating really bad, but yeah, it's close compared to normal circuit racing. It's something different, but great fun.
Yeah, no, it's I mean, you literally, like I said, you're concentrating. Like there's no time to relax at all. It's just flat out, pedal to the metal, as they would say. And yeah. But I noticed as well, the key, I think, to keep it fast and smooth is, trying to keep your steering as smooth as possible and not actually drifting as much. I mean, a little bit, but I mean, I could see Donnie was keeping it really smooth throughout the race. I was on board with him a few times, and I think that might be the key. But yeah, well done again. And yeah, congrats on your P2. And then third place, we've also got with us here. Congratulations to Dennis, and unfortunately losing out on that P2, but great fighting there with Melvin.
No, it was fun. Back markers make it a bit more difficult.
Yeah, no, actually, I don't know what the rules are that you guys have for these races. Actually, I'm not 100% clued up on them, but I mean, the way I saw it is that everyone's racing, no matter if you're a back marker or not. But it did look like there were a couple of back markers just, getting... I was actually a little bit getting frustrated for you at the end there. But...
it was very hard getting on the outside on that track.
Yeah, I was... you still had some good finishing. I think you finished second in the first 2 heat races.
Yeah.
I believe so. I think... well, as far as I know, you also get points scored in the heat races, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so... Yeah. Yeah, look on the bright side, I guess, second place in the first 2 heat races, but yeah, finals, unfortunately. Third place is still a great finishing result, but well done to you. And then also Peter Grobler joined us as well. I don't know if, Peter, you wanna say anything, mention anything about the race?
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody for competing this evening, and especially yourself for the streaming. It's the first time that we actually had the stream this year. So thank you very much. Again, a well-professional product that you produced. And then for all the drivers, again, thank you very much. Yeah, and this type of racing is actually very close, and it actually helps you a lot in the long on long tracks. So you can now come much closer to the people, to the drivers, and you learn a lot from the short course. And there's no time to relax here.
Exactly, and that's what I was actually also thinking now. Now that you mention it, is it helps you with awareness, I guess, as well. On normal circuit racing, with awareness of cars being around you and that sort of thing. So I believe you there. Definitely, I think that's a great help. But Jono, thanks, man. It's a pleasure doing the stream. I think it went pretty smoothly as well, and we had quite a few guys in the. Well, we still have quite a few guys in the YouTube chat there, so it was good. And then obviously also thanks to Donnie for putting out the sponsorship. I believe your company maximum effort for sponsoring this series.
No worries. It's just a pleasure.
All right. Well, that's going to be it from me. I'm going to say goodbye to you guys and then just say my goodbyes on the stream. But yeah, congrats again, guys. And
Melvin
we'll see you
is
next.
very quiet. Doesn't he want to say anything?
Nah.
There he is. He's still there. And then I believe next week we are off to the Rock. No, not the Rock. Mahem, I believe. Or I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Yeah, Dani will talk to you if you mispronounce that.
We are actually going to the Rock, it looks like it. Am I correct?
I'll have to check here on my side.
It looks like it is. It's after Jactuel, so I believe, and then it's Mahem, Tony Rust, and then Walvisbaai. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, well, we'll see you guys next week, and then, congrats again, and have a good evening.
Thanks,
Okay, thanks very much. Bye-bye.
Cool. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gents, thank you for sticking around, having a little chat with us and the guys, the winners there. After our round 3, hopefully you guys enjoyed the racing. Like I said, it was pretty new to me. And as Peter Grobler there just mentioned, it does help the guys with track awareness, with cars around them, that sort of thing for normal circuit racing, with actual straights and corners and chicanes and that sort of thing. So I think the racing in this series is just going to get better from here. But once again, thank you to Maximum Effort, to SKNY Media for the production. And then thank you to you guys in the YouTube chat for sticking through the stream and then watching. Hopefully we'll see you guys next week at The Rock. But for now, from all of us here at SRAC, it's good night. And for me, Monet, good night. Good night.